I built up every stone. I make it through sweat and bones. And when my hands are growing tired, I come alive. Kingdom, my kingdom, whoa. Kingdom, my kingdom. I come alive. Kingdom, my kingdom, whoa. Kingdom, my kingdom.
Oh, welcome back to the channel. Just got back from Lowe's. I tell you, I feel like I either spend money or I spend money when it comes to this project. It's just relentless. Being that I know that I don't have enough pecs to do both runs, I kind of have to choose which run do you want to do first. And I think I'm going to do what I consider the hard one first. And before I can start running pecs, I don't know how I'm going to do it yet, honestly, but I need to break or grind or cut every little screw that's coming through, because I can see a whole bunch of screws sticking through, and I don't want those anywhere near my pecs. And they are, oh man, they're everywhere. I was kind of hoping that I could get onto them with something like this and just break them. And I'm reading some of the comments. I mean, it's really nice. People are saying that like I seem like I really know what I'm doing, or that I've got a really good handle on it, things like that. But I'll be honest, I have no idea what I'm doing, and it's quite scary. Quite scary. I appreciate the confidence though. All I've done is really some research, watched a lot of videos, and I don't know if that makes you really that knowledgeable, because you don't really know until you're doing it. I'm not trying to come off like I know nothing. This is the first roll of pecs that I've ever unwrapped. Wow. I gotta get it through. This is gonna be quite the process. This works a lot like copper piping. Not as rigid as copper piping, but it's pretty rigid. And I need a person here doing this, kind of getting it ready for me. And then I need to be, you know, pulling it through. And I just can't do both. So I'm gonna struggle with it. And then Sarah's gonna come help me. Hopefully, between the two of us, we can kind of do it.
I stepped on it once and I was like, oh no, I stepped on the path.
Yeah, imagine if you bent it now or something. Yeah, this is the worst thing I've had to do. We've got the pecs all rough run, and to say that this was hard is an understatement. Guys, seriously, this is not a DIY. Sarah, tell them.
Don't do it. Even I am saying don't do it.
Just don't do it.
Just don't.
I really can't emphasize enough how difficult that was. There was no way that I could have done that by myself. Zero way. DIY.
DIY.
DIY. I'm so tired. I don't even know
But
how
I
to
mean-
spell DIY.
I wasn't as helpful as like the second person.
You were extremely helpful. The fact that you were holding the baby the whole time literally is like holding the baby and trying to pull pecs.
We did it.
We did it. The first run is pulled all the way through the one section. A lot more to go. Like a lot more. Well, after yesterday, I really didn't want to come back, but I also really can't leave this PEX mess. Once I cut down my 1/2-inch cement board, then I can go into the bathroom and start wrestling with this PEX octopus, trying to get that all laid out and roughly into place. I'm not going to staple or screw any of this down. I really want to pressure test the whole system before I make it like permanent. But that's, you know, weeks from now. My goal today is just to get the PEX run and get my first loop finished. And I think I can do it. I don't think it's going to take that long, but we will see.
Darling, won't you stay? Won't you stay? Our love will never change, stays the same. It all feels brand new, but we know the truth. The choices that we make, it makes me and you. Here we go again. Here we go again. We can have it all, but what is it all? Does money make us rise or make us fall? We're living on a dream or living free. We're all behind the scenes, behind the scenes. And here we go again. Here we go again. Here we go again. Here we go again. Here we go again.
If you couldn't really tell there, running it on the floor was much more enjoyable than pulling it through the ceiling joists. Even though I had like a lot of extra pipe and I had to fight with that, this was still quite enjoyable. Let me show you around. Yeah, so this is called the sandwich method. I'm really happy with it. On top of this, I'm going to be putting Ditra and then my marble. I have 16-inch by 16-inch marble tiles to go down in this room. Pretty large format. I think it's going to do a good job of taking the chill off of our marble. I was very happy how I was able to start in the corner right there, come flat out to the ground. I was concerned about that. I'm also extremely happy how I was able to go around the toilet there. As you can see, I'm 8 to 9 inches away from the toilet flange. The research that I saw said that you had to have your piping at least 8 inches away so you don't melt your wax ring. Also, what I could do, instead of doing wax here, I could get one of those foam rings, and then I know that I would never have a problem. I still need to piece in some pieces through here. I might also just dump some floor leveler in here. Same with these kind of pieces here. I might just dump some floor leveler, 1/2 inch thick, and then that will take up that space. I'm pleased how I was able to get that to turn to go down cellar. I'll try to walk you through the full run right now without trying to go into too much detail. The run starts here, and it goes into this bay way over here, my farthest bay. And it runs across. It goes through my big oak beam there, continuing on, and then it goes through all these joists, and then it goes through this bay, it loops, so on and so forth. It just keeps going and looping, looping, looping until it ends back up into this farthest bay where it continues on goes through my big beam again, and then when I get over to the bathroom, that's where I snake it down right here. It's gonna go right there into my bathroom wall, and that's where it comes out at the bottom here. And then it starts for my in-floor heat for this bathroom, and then obviously finishes over there and goes back down to the boiler. That whole run right there, if I figured correctly, is about 175 feet. Smack my head. And then as you saw in the other video, this is where my manifold's gonna be, right here. The kids got some markers, and Lily's getting pretty good. And then, I don't know, I think Jace was doing some math. 110 plus 20 equals 130, so he's accurate. This looks like all Jace's work here. This might be me and Mom running packs yesterday. It's possible. That's my one run, but I gotta get going. My sister's getting married today. It is 11:30, the wedding. I need to be there at 2. And I actually need a haircut. I need to shave. I gotta get going. What I wanted to do first is dry fit the boiler manifold together and see what it looks like together. But I'm fairly certain that I'm going to be cutting this right here and here, so I can put the hot side, the supply side, on one place. I'm going to put the return to another place, and that's completely fine to do. They come together probably for obvious reasons. Maybe it's just easier. But for me, with the way my boiler is designed, it'll be easier for me to put the supply a little higher than the return. The return, just so I can have things line up.
We came through Raleigh, now on to Gettysburg. Heard shots in the valley, so I wrote you down these words. I traveled in the 4th Regiment, my brothers by my side. Our captain banned our liquor, now I'm trying to get by. Miss Elizabeth, I can still see your dark brown eyes. Elizabeth, this could be the last time I write. Yeah, I know it's I can lie, and if you don't hear from me, tell my mother it's alright. I'm at the edge of a fire, and if you don't hear from me, I'll meet you in heaven when I die.
I had my doubts, but I got it done, and I really like how it turned out. I tried almost every possible configuration here. I didn't want the pipe in my way, so I have this return pipe going up close to the beams here, kind of like how the professional did it, and then I route it over and down to my return. For the supply, I have it nice and tight up here too. So the supply is quite a bit higher than the return, but that gives me a lot of room. I'll be able to bend that nice and way away from here, everything here, all the way down here. Have plenty of room to loop it up and into the manifold. Up close here. You can see that's the supply pipe. And then the return. Isn't that looking pretty good? Pretty excited. We made some good progress this weekend. I've got PEX ran, I've got PEX on the floor upstairs. This manifold is almost done. So good progress, feeling great about it. It was a hard weekend on my body and mentally, but pulled through. It's working, everything looks great. So it's just such a good feeling to end the weekend that way. But that's it. Thanks for watching. And I guess I will see you next time I turn the camera on. Have a good week, everyone.
Our love will never change, stays the same. It all feels brand new.